How y'all doing? So this is gonna be a lot different than the conventional video. As you can see, I have Honkai Star Rail here, and it's not a Sony video. Just so everybody knows, I did pull on the Jinglu banner. I didn't get her. I lost my Fitty Fitty to another Himiko, so I'm depressed. But I just wanted to talk about this current event. Where do I go for it? Is it this one? This, I think is, yeah, Future Market. I think this is the current event. I'm nowhere near close to finishing it. Let me show you guys. It's like this event. I'm nowhere near close to finishing it. I'm just doing the story, and I did a little bit of it. As you can see, I'm just talking to Seal right now. I want to talk about the story so far because I'm actually enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying it a lot because I can actually, you know, I was invested on it for a good minute. So I just want to talk about the story because so far, because my opinion may change, but right now I had a complete 180 on Topaz. I really like her as a character. I don't know when to pull for her anymore. She looks cool. I love her voice. So far in the story, they did a fantastic job in me not liking, making me not like her at all. So, to recap the story so far, at least to the point where I am right now. Essentially, we went to Belobog for a celebration, festivities. We met Topaz. Then Topaz was talking to Bronya, and they were talking business. Apparently, Belobog owes a really large debt for the IPC, which is essentially just taxes. It is the place where Topaz works. Is a government. They want taxes. They owe a really large debt for them. Belobog owes a really large debt, and now Topaz is trying to essentially make a deal with sign a deal with Bronya to essentially sell out the entirety of Belobog, including its people. That way the debt can be essentially settled. This is awful. It's actually so awful. So Topaz is suggesting to sell everybody, the entire Belobog out to the IPC. IPC will essentially own Belobog, and then everybody that lives in Belobog is now technically workers of the IPC. And there was the reason why I wanted to make this video in the first place is because it wasn't a flashback, but essentially Topaz sent like a message telling a story about like, oh, how Topaz herself used to be in a really bad like planet where the planet was like, it was just unlivable conditions, awful, and the IPC came in and fixed it. Even though the entire planet had to sell itself out to the IPC, they fixed it, and I was disgusted on that, which is why I wanted to make this video in the first place, just talking about it a little bit. Because from the way that I see it right now, then Topaz was an awful planet, and then the planet sold itself to the IPC. The IPC fixed it, and then the IPC owned Topaz now, owned everybody in that planet. It took away all their freedom because now they're essentially workers on of the IPC. I found this disgusting. Like, you're just selling your freedom like that. And now they want to do the same in Belobog, which I don't even see. Like, Belobog doesn't seem like to be in that bad of a state. Obviously, we don't know how bad it is. They didn't do that much of a good job in portraying how bad it is still. It's still a planet covered in snow and all of that. But I feel like that's such a drastic thing, like just to sell yourself out. And the worst part about it is that it feels like they don't have a choice. They definitely don't have a choice because, you know, of the dead. Belobog doesn't have the equipment to fight back against the IPC in any way whatsoever. It literally feels like a hostage situation. It's awful. It's really bad. And okay, I'm going back to the Topaz sob story, where she was essentially saying, oh yeah, my planet sold themselves to the IPC and now everything is good. That's why I work for the IPC, to do the same thing. And now there's two things about it. If Topaz is like, if that story is true and Topaz genuinely believes that the IPC is gonna make things better for them, that makes me see Topaz as a victim, and it makes her character better. Either way, I think her character is a lot more interesting, is this decently interesting. But now, it just, she's a victim of the IPC. She's a victim of cause and fact, because obviously she sold herself. Our planet sold herself. Our planet sold her to the IPC, and everything turned out fine. But that might not be the case in Belobog. That might not be the case in Belobog. And either way, you're selling your freedom. Like that. That is such a awful thing to do. If you can hear it right now, I'm playing Freedom and Security by Persona 5. I love the song, by the way. One of my favorite like palace themes. Because Natasha had like a line where she was like, "Oh, selling your freedom for security usually ends up that you don't get both." And I thought that was hard. That was hard. Like, talk to them, Natasha. I'm glad that we have somebody with common sense here. Like, I just really I like the way that the story is going, because this is a very real thing. The sob story that Topaz is trying to sell, I still didn't finish my thoughts on that. So let me try to finish it right now. So there's two ways that I can look at that sob story. One, it's fake, and then Topaz is using it to like try to convince Bronya. If that happens, I like that, because that means that Topaz is gonna be like, she's just a bad person. She's a manipulative person. Which honestly, for a character, it makes her a lot more interesting. I like that. It's cool. Obviously, I won't like her as a character, but she'll make a better character. That's my point. And then if it is true, that sob story, then yeah, I feel like Topaz is a victim of cause and effect. She's a victim of like, all the ends justify the means type of situation, which is why she's trying to do the same with Belobog, which I found disgusting. I do like her character. It does make her again a better character if that's the case. But it very much depends on how Honkai Star Rail as a game, like the story portrays her as. It portrays her as like a victim. It portrays the IPC as like good people, that type of situation. Yeah. But that was basically the main thing that I wanted to say, because I'm invested in the story. I like it a lot. I'm wondering where it's gonna go from here. I'm very curious where it's gonna go from here. I'm probably gonna finish this on stream right now. Actually, I'm probably gonna stream moment that I upload this video. Also, other thing that I want to say, the traveler, not the traveler, too much Genshin. The, what do we call the DMC for Honkai Star Rail? Trailblazer. The Trailblazer and Marge trying to solve this problem seems so immature to me. The moment that Bronya suggested like, okay, can you go speak with Topaz, we should have been like, no, because we are here. The Trailblazer and March are the ones essentially representing the Astro Express. We're the only ones here, obviously. So for us to go to the government and try to negotiate for them, like, that is a bad idea. And obviously March and the Trailblazer are just not ready to handle this type of situation. They're not prepared to it. They're not experienced enough. They're at most like college students. At most, like, or young adults, if you would. They can't handle this type of situation. So for them to try and tackle it, it's just like, it's stupid. The moment that Bronya suggested it, we should have been like, hold up, let me go call up Himiko, see what her thoughts about it. Let me go talk to Welt. Hell, let me talk to Don Han too, because he was one of the people who saved Belobog essentially, and also the most level-headed out of the three of them. March, Trailblazer, and Don Han. Don's the most level-headed. We should have consulted with them instead of, going to Topaz and trying to talk with her, reason to her. And obviously that didn't work. So I'm curious about what's gonna happen. I hope somebody gets involved in this, like Himiko gets involved, Wells gets involved, somebody please. Because if it's just March and the Trailblazer, then this is not gonna end up well for us, because they're just reckless. They're not ready to deal with this type of situation. So I'm very much curious. Also, another note, I already did talk to Seal, but then I closed out the game beforehand. Actually, I can show you the conversation real quick. Essentially, we tell Seal like, oh yeah, we're taking votes from everybody right now, see what their opinion is, because whether we should sell out Bellabog to the IPC. And then Marge and the Trailblazer are essentially like, oh, right here. As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference. Like, why would you say this? Now you're putting pressure on her like this. Like, why would you say this? If you didn't say this, there's a good chance that she would have actually answered, because she doesn't answer. She is essentially like, yeah, she abstains. She's not gonna give her opinion in that situation, which makes sense. Like, why would she make this type of opinion? Like, are you two idiots? Is Martin the Trailblazer idiot? You should have not said that. That your vote is gonna be really impossible. You have to shoulder this responsibility. Like, what? Why are you putting this kind of pressure on her? This is not good negotiations. Like, y'all are not prepared to deal with this type of situation. You dumbasses. Still, I'm very much enjoying the story. I like the story a lot. I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. But essentially, yeah, this is a different type of video. I also, if you like Honkai Star Rail, if you want to see more content for this, leave it, like the video, leave a comment saying that you want more Star Rail content, because I do enjoy playing the game. I just don't know if anybody will watch this type of video or any Honkai Star Rail content in the first place. That's basically it though. I'm gonna see you later. Bye.